Hi, this is János and it's Real World Audio and we are inspecting my Voigt pipe. As you see, there's very serious work going on here. And let's see from this end. Have you seen the insides of a Voigt pipe? You see there's a cat, there's Kintaro inside. Every Voigt pipe there is a Kintaro. Or maybe a Machiko. Where is Machiko? There it is. So now, there they are. So what's going on? Why am I making this video? Because now I took out the Fostex Fe204 from my Voigt pipe and I'm going to fit the Cube Audio Fc8 in. I know I might have hinted at that it will not fit into the Voigt pipe, but guess what? The cats made sure that the driver fits. And yes, I just did a triple check on the measurements and I need 101 millimeters clearance. That's the depth of the driver, and indeed, let me check it out. Here I do have, as you see, more than the necessary 10 millimeters. I have about 5 or 6 millimeters more than what I absolutely need. So they will fit, and the only thing I need to do is to cut these pieces wider. Because when you look at the drivers, you see the basket of the Fostex was round, and here I have squares, so they are wider than the frame of the Fostex. You see, that is quite a bit wider, and so what I did is actually I named the drivers and I named them after Polish mountains. So this driver is the Rishi. I'm not sure how it's pronounced correctly in Polish. And the other driver is the Tarnika. I am not sure if I'm pronouncing it well. Probably Nelly is shaking her head.
Why, as I know, it's pronounced as A.
A? Why? So it's Re. Okay, so anyway, so just I urge everyone to check the pronunciation, but this is, I think this is the English spelling of the Polish mountains, so that's me going safe in the spelling. However, that's how what I felt, right, to give them a name and not just call them Unit 1 and Unit 2 and so on. So there we are. This will be the exchange here, and as you see, I had the Fostex. The connection here is that they were soldered in, so I'm not using any kind of fast connector or anything. I had a Kimber, the TC wire. These are really heavy gauge wires, and I'm doing a double run on the negative, single run on the positive, and I'm using a piece of silver to connect it to the tab. So it's and on this side it was the same thing again. There is a piece of silver wire that is connecting it to the connector at that end. Maybe no, there's not enough light to see it. And in the back here in the Voigt pipe I have this vinyl adhesive sheet that's in the back, and on top of that I have this sheepskin. This is real sheep wool that's in the back here, and the purpose of that is to prevent hard reflections from the back bouncing back to the driver. That makes a big improvement on sound quality. So if you are building your Voigt pipes, make sure to put something behind your driver, and the sheepskin is just something astonishing. I think this this has been the best material so far. And on top that it was filled with that acoustic foam that you can get at Parts Express. That's where I got mine. Of course, they come in a bag, and this was just a fraction of what a bag has, so I have most of it still in a bag. Of course, I bought this bag 20 years ago, so there you go. I never used the rest. So there's a light fill of that wool, of that acoustic wool on the top of the pipe. On the bottom, there's nothing, there's no fill. Don't put anything there. And also, when I was young, I was trying out different densities with the polyfill, and the denser you make it, the more lifeless it sounds, and the looser the filling, to me, the better it is. Of course, when the drivers are new, when you put them to break in, they produce very little bass. So that's probably what I expect from the Cube Audio as well, that until it breaks in, there will be not much bass. And I remember when I was breaking in the Fostexes, the 204s, is that there was no bass at all for the first 2 or 3 weeks. And then I was playing a Journey to the Center of the Earth a couple of times, and it has really low rumbles on that LP, which is like the earth quaking and shaking. And oh boy, playing that LP like 5 or 6 times, by the 6th time I played it, the bass appeared. So just play a lot of deep material, and that will help in to break in your drivers. And you will notice that when you use full range drivers and higher efficiency drivers, they will take much longer to break in than low efficiency drivers, and you will notice a spectacular change in tone, in the tonal balance, that the bass will start to appear. Another thing about the bass for the Voigt pipes is that if you want deep bass, the solution is not adding a subwoofer, but the solution is going for a heavier gauge internal wiring. The internal wiring absolutely makes or breaks the bass performance of the Voigt pipes, and these Voigt pipes with the correct internal wiring, they are really happy singing down to the low 30s, like 30 hertz, 30 hertz. They are giving it easily, and I never felt the need to add any subwoofer to it. So I think now the cats are going really wild here, and I will probably need some animal control here to protect the drivers. So thank you for tuning in, and I will continue more about it. Oh, Nelly gave me some pronunciation. Can you pronounce it?
Röse.
Röse. So
It's a letter that it's not in English nor in Hungarian.
oh,
It's
okay.
A, but it's short.
Short A,
Röse.
like röse. Röse.
Röse.
Röse or röse. Röse.
Röse.
Röse. Röse. It might be röse. So Kintaro is like calling it. Okay, he's giving the thumbs up. Okay, thumbs up. Let's call it a thumbs up. Thank you, Neri. So this has been a very informative session so far. Thank you, Kintaro. So so right away, what else was I'm going to say? I think right now let's just stop and have a little attention to these feral wild lions, and then I will continue sharing more about these wonderful drivers and my progress and how to change the Voigt pipe from a Fostex Fe204. This is how it looked like without that paper. So what I did here, I removed the screws that held it in, and then I could pop it out, and of course put that on it so it doesn't sit on the wood itself, because there is some ferrite added to it and it would make a mess. I will tell you about that tweak as well. So thank you. Please like, subscribe, and we will continue. Bye bye.